Will The Last of Us Part 2 be actually good? That's what went through my mind when I saw the gameplay at the state of play. I have to say though, my feelings are mixed. If you have been watching my channel at all, then you will know that I'm really disappointed with Naughty Dog. The recent leaks and the behavior that the company chose to take regarding the matter has been a major turn-off for me. Regardless of my complaints, I want this game to succeed, because I love the first one and it would be a shame for the sequel to flop. I will put my feelings aside and judge the game fairly, if the game turns out to be actually good. So let's talk about the gameplay that we saw at Sony's State of Play. I will say this from the start, the gameplay looks amazing. I was sure beforehand that the gameplay would be good from the previous footage that we had already seen. In the gameplay reveal we saw how combat is going to be like, with a big focus on stealth. The original game had some really solid gameplay and it looks like Part 2 will surpass even that. I really like how agile Ellie looks, sneaking out of cover, grabbing people and stabbing them in the throat, then immediately hiding and looking for their next target. It looks smooth and brutal. I also liked how brutal the game looks overall. When you shoot or stab someone, gases of blood come out and they scream in pain. The animations really sell this even more by being borderline realistic. I have to say they remind me of the Red Dead Redemption 2 animations. Generally, I'm sure we can all agree that graphically and technically the game is going to be at a really high level. I also really like the sound design. The guns sounded really realistic and you felt the impact when you saw someone getting shot in the head. Speaking about the weapons, it looks like that Ellie will have even a bigger arsenal than Joel, with many different guns, rifles, bombs, traps and a bow with explosive arrows. So if someone wouldn't want to take the stealth route, he would be able to do that as well. The general feel about the combat that I got is that you have a lot of options regarding on how you want to proceed for the encounter, and that's a really good thing. Games should give you more freedom on how you want to finish a certain section. Generally, Naughty Dog games are really linear in that regard, so I'm happy to see that this will not be the case with Part 2. We also learned that Ellie will be able to explore some areas to find supplies with her horse. As I said before, more freedom is always good. Exploring the world of The Last of Us is something that I always wanted to do. We also got a look at the Infected, which I wanted to see a lot. It seems like the Infected could be a secondary focus for the game, which I don't think it's a good idea. I mean, don't get me wrong, the focus on the first game was at Joel and Ellie, but the Infected had some good parts in as well. I hope they don't get outshined by the narrative. The new type of Infected we got to see looked amazingly disgusting, and we also saw the new design of the previous class of Infected. Generally, regarding the gameplay and the world building, The Last of Us Part 2 look like it's going at the right direction, but that doesn't mean that necessarily the game will be as good as I want it to be. After all, the meat of the Naughty Dog game is its story and characters. With what we know from the leaks, the game is taking a direction that many people, myself included, don't like. I'm not going to talk about the leaks anymore in this video, as I have already did that in a previous one. To be honest, even if the gameplay is 10 out of 10, if the story is bad, then the game will be a failure for me. With the progressive narrative that Naughty Dog tries to force in the game, it can end up ruining whatever good parts the game includes. Think about it, imagine playing a Naughty Dog game only for the gameplay. Personally, the characters and what is going to happen to them is what pushed me to go through every section of the original game. It made the experience even better because you like these characters and wanted to see what would happen to them. I will put it like this. For me, the story and the characters are the main dish, while the gameplay is the seasoning in a Naughty Dog game. So, will The Last of Us Part 2 be good after all? The answer is maybe. I don't know, I find it very difficult with the things we know so far. Personally, I will wait until many reviews drop to even think about buying the game. Most of all, I don't want to support Naughty Dog because of their behavior about the matter. I mean, they are still DMCAing people, still sending strikes to channels, and their behavior regarding if you question the game at any matter, people are going to call you a bigot or a fauve. Neil Druckmann himself done that multiple times, so I really don't want to support this game even for that. But I want to acknowledge if the game is actually good, I will say it. I mean, I'm gonna say the game is good. But I find it really difficult to believe that the game will be good with the things we know so far. And it's just such a shame because the gameplay looks amazing. It looks really good. It looks like something I want to play. So I'm really conflicted. And I'm sure many of you are. I'm sure many of you saw the gameplay right now and thinking maybe you should buy the game, but I urge you to wait. Wait for the right people to review the game. There has been some people that got early review copies, but I don't trust those people. I don't know who these people are personally are, but if there are people that getting reviews copies early and they're game journalists, and I don't trust game journalists. I mean the professional game journalists. I trust, to tell the truth, I trust YouTubers who make reviews who are not game journalists, so I will wait the opinion of these people to actually see if the game is good, and if the game is good and the narrative isn't as forced on my face as I thought, then I will buy the game and I will also review it. We have to give a message that we don't like it when a company tries to force the political beliefs and progressive politics onto us, and calling everyone bigots when we complain. So tell me what you think. Did this gameplay change your mind? Are you gonna buy the game or are you gonna wait? I suggest you wait. I really want to hear your opinion. That was it for today's video, and until the next time, have a fantastic day.